It was a quiet Wednesday afternoon when a scream tore through my garage, sharp enough to make the neighbor's dog start howling. I never heard anything like it, pure horror mixed with a kind of entitled fury that could only belong to one person. There in my custom car wash bay sat a gleaming silver Porsche, dripping wet, and beside it was Vanessa Reynolds, our HOA president, losing her mind in a designer dress that probably cost more than my monthly mortgage. I'm not one to revel in someone's meltdown, but when that someone's been terrorizing the neighborhood for years, well, karma has a way of showing up with a flourish. My name's Ethan Brooks, a 39-year-old engineer who designs water SAVYing tech for Levying. After my divorce, I moved to Willow Creek Estates, a fancy neighborhood with perfect lawns and big colonial houses. It felt like a fresh start, and I sank my SAVYNGS into a dream home. Complete with a garage, I turned into a high-tech car wash bay. My system was a point of pride 40-fan tram, less water than commercial washes, all thanks to my patented recycling tech. My neighbor, Tom Rivera, a 42-year-old IT guy with a quick laugh and a fridge full of beer, helped me unpack that first week. "Great place, man," he said, cracking open a cold one. "But we've got a problem." He nodded toward a pristine house down the street, shrubs trimmed like they'd been measured with a ruler. Vanessa Reynolds, HOA queen, Porsche driver, and a nightmare. Watch your back. I laughed it off at first. Every neighborhood has its quirks, right? But Tom wasn't kidding. Over beers, he spilled the tea. Vanessa had forced families to repaint their homes for aesthetic harmony, fined people for grass a quarter-inch too long, and even driven a family out after their kid's birthday party got too loud. That night, I got a 23-page HOA welcome email with a highlighted rule banning car washing on property for environmental reasons. I smirked, glancing at my eco-friendly system. This was going to be interesting. 2 days later, at the community clubhouse mixer, Vanessa made her grand entrance in a neon yellow dress, dripping with jewelry and bragging about her latest trip to Paris. She was mid-40s, with blonde hair piled high and nails painted to match her outfit. "Ethan Brooks," she purred when Tom introduced us, her voice syrupy but sharp. "Our new star. I hear you're a water expert." Her smile was all teeth. "We're picky about who joins our little haven. I'm sure you'll fit in, once you learn the rules." I handed her my business card, keeping it polite. "Thanks for the welcome. If you ever need water conservation tips, I'm your guy." Her eyes narrowed when I mentioned my car wash system, and she launched into a lecture about paragraph 14, subsection C, banning all car washing. I pulled up the rule on my phone, calm as could be. Actually, it bans outdoor washing due to runoff. My system's enclosed with full water recapture. It's greener than any car wash in town. The room went quiet. Vanessa's smile froze, and I knew I'd just painted a target on my back. Sure enough, within a week, I got 3 HOA violations. Grass too long by a quarter-inch, trash cans out 30 minutes past pickup, and excessive noise from tweaking my car wash. "She's testing you," Tom said, shaking his head. Classic Vanessa move. Meanwhile, I noticed Vanessa's Saturday ritualdry VYing her Porsche to Sparkle Auto Spa, a high-end car washed 20 minutes away. I knew the owner, Jake Torres, from a project we'd done together. When Sparkle shut down for a water system failure, Jake called me in a panic. "Ethan, I'm losing thousands a day. Can you take a look?" I checked it out and found a busted filtration system 2 weeks to fix minimum. Jake groaned about a VIP customer who was DRIVYing him nuts. "This lady with a silver Porsche comes every Saturday, drops due law 75 on the premium package, and still complains. Last month, she blamed my staff when her dress got caught in the door. Want to do law 2,000 for it." I grinned. Blonde, overdressed. Acts like she owns the place? Jake's eyes widened. "You know Vanessa Reynolds?" "Oh, I knew her all right." Things got spicier when Leasing Win, the HOA secretary, tipped me off. "Vanessa's gunning for you," she whispered, glancing around. "After you called her out, she told the board you need to be trained or removed. And she's losing it because her car wash place is closed. Her Porsche is filthy, and it's DRIVYing her nuts." Then I caught Vanessa spying through my garage window one evening, her pink fur jacket glowing in the sunset. Instead of confronting her, I waved cheerfully, watching her stumble in her stilettos as she fled. That's when the plan hit me. I called Jake and Lisa, laying out my theory. With her car wash closed, Vanessa would try to sneak into my garage. I spent days tweaking my system, adding a remote switch for 2 water supplies. One clean, one a nasty but harmless mix of dye and odor that smelled like a sewer. I rigged cameras everywhere and left the garage door cracked when I left for work. A fake note on the control panel saying, "System test complete, ready for use." For 3 days, nothing. Vanessa circled my house like a shark, her outfits getting flashier each time. On day 4, during a tense HOA meeting, she showed up in a lime green suit, scuffing the floor with her heels. She pitched a neighborhood car wash facility, clearly desperate to clean her Porsche, but the idea tanked due to cost. I could design an affordable system, I offered, watching her face twitch. "Thank you, Mr. Brooks," she snapped, "but we don't need your amateur input. Game on." That Wednesday, my security app pinged. Vanessa had taken the bait, sneaking her filthy Porsche into my garage. She read my doctored instructions, hit start, and beamed as the jets fired up. I called Tom. "She's in. Operation Stink Bomb is go." From my phone, I flipped the switch to my special blend, coating her car in a stench that'd make a skunk gag. Tom filmed from a distance as I raced home, timing it perfectly. I strolled into the garage, feigning shock. "Mrs. Reynolds? What are you doing here?" Vanessa spun around, smugness fading to panic. "I'm inspecting your system for HOA compliance," she lied, clutching her keys. "Does that involve breaking in and using my property?" I asked, pointing to the running wash. Then the smell hit. Her nose wrinkled. "What's that?" I pointed to a fake sign. "Test in progress. Recycled sewage water. Use at your own risk." Her face went white. "What have you done to my car?" she shrieked, dropping all pretense. "I haven't done anything," I said coolly. "You broke in and used my experimental system, clearly labeled. It's all on camera." She sputtered, threatening lawsuits, but the stench from her Porsche now, reeking like a landfill, overwhelmed her. She stormed out, gagging in her Chanel, as I called after her, "Careful not to get that smell on your dress. It lingers." Tom emerged, laughing so hard he could barely breathe. "Got all on VY Deo, man." Her face when she smelled it? Gold. But we both knew Vanessa wouldn't go quietly. Within 48 hours, she called an emergency HOA meeting, strutting in with a red suit and a cloud of perfume that barely masked the sewage stink. "Mr. Brooks has VY-OLAT multiple covenants," she ranted, demanding fines and legal action. I stayed calm, presenting my permits and footage of her trespassing. "As for her car, she used my system without permission," I said, eyeing the board. "I'm happy to share this with the police if needed." The room buzzed. Vanessa's lies were unraveling, and I had allies. Emma Carter, a lawyer new to the neighborhood, stood up. "This looks like targeted harassment, which could mean legal trouble for the HOA." The board tabled the issue, and Vanessa stormed out, whispering furiously with her brother, Nathan, a shady lawyer. Word of the Porsche incident spread, and neighbors started sharing their own Vanessa horror stories, grinning at me in the streets. Her car, despite multiple cleanings, still stank so bad the dealership refused to touch it. But Vanessa doubled down. Lisa warned me she'd hired a private investigator to dig up dirt. I lost 2 big contracts after anonymous emails smear my name. Then a grainy VY Deo surfaced, supposedly showing me vandalizing the community pond. Except I was in Phoenix that day, with receipts to prove it. "It's a deep fake," Tom said, spotting the blurry edges. My security cameras, with blockchain-verified watermarks, confirmed I wasn't home, and my tech traced the edit to Nathan's law firm. The real bombshell came from Lisa's digging. HOA funds were being funneled through Pinnacle Construction, tied to Nathan. My financial algorithm mapped it out, due la $650,000 siphoned over 5 years via fake invoices and shell companies. Emma called it textbook embezzlement. We contacted Detective Sarah Miles, who was floored by our EVY Denke. "This is airtight," she said. "And that fake VY Deo? That's defamation and EVY Denke tampering." Vanessa made one last move, proposing a ban on all non-standard water systems. At the meeting, her tropical dress screamed desperation, and residents pushed back, emboldened. Lisa whispered, "She's trying to ruin your business through a councilman." That was it. I rallied Emma, Lisa, Tom, Sarah, and our old treasurer, Ollie Vya, to end Vanessa's reign. The emergency HOA meeting was packed. Vanessa and Nathan strutted in, but their confidence cracked as I unveiled my presentation. Graphics showed how HOA fees doubled while SARE VYCES tanked, all flowing to Pinnacle. Overdue loss $650,000 had gone to offshore accounts tied to Nathan Reynolds, I said, zooming in on the money trail. Vanessa jumped up. "This is slander. He's got a vendetta." But I had bank records, invoices, and Ollie Vya's testimony about being pushed out for asking questions. Then I played the deepfake next to my verified footage. "This was edited at Nathan's firm," I said, showing the metadata. The room gasped. Residents fired questions about past expenses, each tying back to Vanessa's fraud. Nathan tried to slip out, but Detective Miles blocked him. "Stay put, Mr. Reynolds. We have questions." Vanessa snapped, screaming about ungrateful residents and her sacrifice. As officers escorted them out, she glared at me. "This isn't over, Brooks." I smiled. "Watch for puddles, Mrs. Reynolds." 6 months later, Willow Creek was reborn. I became HOA president, rolling out transparent finances and fair rules. We recovered most of the stolen funds, cutting fees, and sprucing up the neighborhood. Vanessa and Nathan faced felony charges, and her Porsche was auctioned off. Jake bought it, parking it at Sparkle Auto Spa with a sign, "Don't cheat your way to a clean car." The smell never fully left, making a local legend. At a neighborhood barbecue, Emma handed me a wine glass. "If Vanessa had just apologized, would you have let it go?" I grinned. "Maybe, but some people don't learn until they're knee-deep in their own mess." Tom chimed in, smirking. "What was in that water, man? It's still the talk of the town." I winked. "Trade secret, Tom. Let's just say karma smells worse than you'd think." "So what do you think? Was I too harsh, or did Vanessa get what she deserved? Should I have exposed her quietly instead of going full showdown? And what's the worst HOA horror story you've got? Drop a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe for more stories where karma comes with a side of justice.